Greetings, salutations, hello, welcome to my 95 months of dreadlocks update, although in actuality, I'll let you know a little secret, it's not actually 95 months, it's like 95 months plus 95 months and then some, because the last update was late and now this update is late and they're all pushed along. So because the last update was 94, this has to be 95, and then I will cover 8-year stuff in 96, which will follow 95, follow this one. So in this update I'm just going to talk about the stuff that's happened between now and the previous update, and there is actually some stuff to talk about, so it's all fine and it's all good. So over the last few weeks I've been having examinations with university, revising for examinations, having examinations. That's the reason why the videos have all been sort of delayed and late and slow. And it's been a stressful time, and when I get stressed out with the things around me. My dreadlocks are around me a lot. Dreadlocks can be sort of annoying at the best of times. When I'm stressed, they are not exactly my best friends. So, a few things have happened as a result of this stress, which I will go into now. Where should we start? Should we start from the top? Okay, so when I'm working, I have my hair tied back, because otherwise they're like falling in my face, and that is even more annoying. So I've been having them tied back, and I will usually tie my dreadlocks back with other dreadlocks. I have two, one on either side that I use to tie back other dreadlocks with. I scoop them back, tie them back with these dreadlocks, and that's usually fine. Apart from when I'm revising, I'm working, some days I was getting up at 5 and working till 10, so my dreadlocks are tied back for rather long periods of time, and that has led to my neck becoming rather sore where those dreadlocks have been pulling, so I can no longer tie my dreadlocks back with those two dreadlocks. At this time I have to let my scalp recover from that, so that was not good. Tying them back loosely with a headband if I have to at the moment, but just sort of waiting for my scalp to not be quite so sore on my neck. What else? Yeah, I had one dreadlock that was my longest dreadlock by far. It was about 4 inches longer than any other dreadlock. Notice how this is all in past tense. It will give you an idea of what's coming. Can you see how long my dreadlocks are? No, you can't. They come down to like Jurassic Park level. I had one that came down about 3 or 4 inches lower than that. And it was kind of annoying. It was giving me a sort of distorted view of how long my dreadlocks were, because I was feeling like my dreadlocks were far too long and annoying, and they were getting in the way and getting trapped in stuff. And my rule with regards to dreadlocks length is if you stop being able to sit on them, they're too long. And two, I have this horrible view of trying to go to the bathroom with dreadlocks that are, it's not a picture I want. Constantly having to maneuver hair. And I hadn't got a dreadlock to that length yet, but I had started to lay on it and it was annoying me, and I was like, my dreadlocks are too long, when actually it was just that one dreadlock that was too long. So yeah, I cut that to make it in line with the rest. So they're not all the same length, but it's no longer one dreadlock miles longer than any other. So they are now all Jurassic Park level, sort of, or at least none of them are longer than Jurassic Park level. Can I have done anything else over the last, why can I not leave my hair alone? Can I have done anything else over the last few weeks? Yes. If you've been watching my updates for a while, and I mean like, not a super long time, but most of this year, earlier this year I was complaining, I think it was earlier this year, maybe it was late last year, I was complaining about my dreadlocks at the front annoying me. When I started out, I had many more dreadlocks across the front, and then I let them all Congo. So this here used to be 3 dreadlocks, and the one on this side used to be 4 dreadlocks. And when you Congo dreadlocks, it's kind of a gamble. You don't know how they're going to turn out until they've properly formed up, by which point it's a bit late to do anything about it. And I've let pretty much all of my dreadlocks Congo, and I have a decent success rate with them. Most of them have done fine, but the 2 here on my face, at the front of my head, hit and miss. They have been pulling and twisting and being annoying. And this one on this side, so much so that I was sort of in a position where I was like, well, it's either me or the dreadlocks. That doesn't make sense. It's either this dreadlock or all the dreadlocks. So I split it. Now, people will often ask about splitting dreadlocks. People will end up with dreadlocks that are either too thick or they want more dreadlocks, and they will ask, can I just split the dreadlocks? And I will always say, no, don't do it. And then of course I go and do it. This is basically because I was not going to brush out my fringe and redread it at this point. I don't think I could pull off the loose fringe look, so I took the gamble and split it. So this used to be one dreadlock, now it's two. You can still see that they're both pretty hefty. So the one that was there was super hefty. And yeah, the dreadlocks that you get from a split are super soft and super weak, and my level of trust in those split dreadlocks really low. I did one at the back as well as a test because I haven't split a dreadlock in a very long time, so I didn't want to do the first one at the front of my face and find that all my hair fell out. So I have one at the back as well, so I have some loose hair left over from that split. And basically I'm going to talk about splitting dreadlocks in more detail in a splitting dreadlocks video, but my personal experiences with it is on the one hand, it's good now that this is going to grow out as two individual dreadlocks and not be such a huge anchor on the front of my face, pulling and causing irritation and headaches and stuff. But on the other hand, on the negative side, where has it gone? Where have they gone? The dreadlocks that you're left with after a split are super soft and weak, and yeah, I would not trust those to hold up under great amounts of stress. So the one right in front of my face, I've sewn thread through. That is how little I trust it. I've sewn thread through it because I really don't want that one in particular to fall apart, because it's really noticeable at the front of my face. I can deal with any other dreadlock on my head being short, but one that's at the front of my face that has to be pulled back a really long way to be tied back, really don't want that one to fall apart until it's grown out a bit longer. So they'll grow healthy because I have made sure that I sorted the roots out, but the existing length that has been split, we'll see. We've had a very negative month here, negative few weeks. Stressful times, digging into my dreadlocks, taking out my dreadlocks, not good. However, my exams are now finished. Summer is now here. If you've watched my Lazy Dreads Returns video, you'll know that I am now going to try and catch up pretty rapidly on all my stuff and get dug into some new stuff. And yeah, hopefully my updates will be a bit more upbeat from now on. And the next update, which is of course late because they're all late and we're going to try and sort that out. But the next one is going to be talking about 8 years of dreadlocks update, because that will be 96 months, which is 8 years, and we'll talk about stuff in a larger picture, having dreadlocks for 8 years, which should be interesting, a retrospect. So that was my 95 months of dreadlocks update. My dreadlocks just about survived month 95, even if I didn't. Almost. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, useful, informative, enjoyable, taking pity on my dreadlocks and mind stress, you can click the like button. If you'd like to see more videos from myself in the future, you can click the subscribe button. If you have any questions, comments or queries that you would like to personally send my way, you can leave them down in the comment section and I will personally reply to you. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you again next time. Farewell!